It's me, I'm Austin, hello. Thank you for coming to our workshops here in Seattle. It's our first workshop about phrasing, essentially using that for musicality in a couple different ways. First, talk about general song phrasing for pop songs. It's 32 counts of music. When I approach that, I'm thinking about 4/8 counts, right? Those things are not necessarily always just numbers or musical shapes that essentially I'm working with. All right, so as we're dancing through that, I don't need to be counting all of those counts. I'm looking for things that signal me to those phrases. So things like your lyrics or your rhythms or your drum fills or your bass lines, your chord progressions, all those things are signaling energy changes or things that are happening in the music. So make sure you're paying attention to as those things are sending me to a phrase change. If you missed the first one, what helped me get there, and then the next one I can hopefully find that, right? We did that by just thinking about, okay, if we dance around a bunch and we're thinking, okay, we're counting through this phrase, and I'm counting it, so I go 4, 2, 3, and 4, it's 5, and 6, 7, 8, I would just stop on 1. Wherever 1 is, we're like, ooh, I found it, great. 2, 3, 4, and we keep dancing 5, 6, 7, and so on, right? Again, that's a great drill to practice at home, either just like identifying it with a point or something like that, or stopping it then in place. We then thought about to phrase to that. We need 34 counts of dancing to make a nice hit on that phrase change as a leader. What that means, essentially, I'm just cutting off the anchor of the last pattern I do. That allows me to have that energy drop off when the energy changes in the song. So if I have 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, that feels like it's impactful. If I have 3, 4, 5, and 6, I have 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Those things feel impactful because those are the moments where the energy in those patterns fall off. So my quick reference guide here is if I want to do a lead from 7 to a phrase change, I do a slingshot. Again, that's going back 1, open 2, set 3, 4, 5, and so on. Right? If I want to do anything from count 5, the last phrase, it's a 6-count pattern of some kind. 2, 1. Right? If I'm doing anything from count 3, it's a whip. If I'm doing anything from count 1, it's a 10-count pattern of some kind, either an extension of a whip or a rock and go in 2 6-count patterns. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, leading 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and then 1. Right? Rock and go again for that bass line is just looking for a step back on the right foot leaders where the 1 would go a second later. So I did anchor, and then I did my 1. That positioning is where I take my right foot on count 5. I pull away, and then and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Again, followers, your job is anchor in place until you get pulled out of it. Right? So if we did this, I go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll back away for 5, far enough that it makes Glinda unable to stay on that left foot for the anchor, and then she has to travel forward. That's your entire job there. Our other option there is for any left side passes, do a check forward to bring that check away from your partner's center and make them do that same rock and go. If they experience a rock and go, you did a good job. That's all that matters. The idea, again, you're just smashing 2 patterns together there to get 10 counts of dancing. The last drill we did was taking essentially our 6-count patterns and laying them over the 8 counts in a pretty reliable way, where we led nothing 1, 2, 3, 4. We went for 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we did 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, hit 1, 2, 3, whatever we're gonna do. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? As long as you're keeping that cycle going, you'll probably musicality hit everything magically. It's kind of bland though. The idea is that you're stopping at the anchor, you're filling in some way, either using a upper body action by doing something split weight, doing a lift and slide, or something that takes your footwork in a different way, or doing additional footwork, without providing an anchor feeling in any of these until count 4 when you're ready to go for a new thing. To make sure we found that, we had the leaders actually just eyes closed. Followers would just sit on the left foot. When they wanted to sit on the left foot and find that anchor feeling, they'd go away. And leaders would provide opposition once they felt that, rather than trying to drive the whole time. So followers, as you feel your spaces are being provided for you to find these stops, take advantage, jump in, do musicality right away. Wait for nothing, right? Wait for that window to barely creep open, and then you can take that dance to it, have fun, make your leader take you out of it, or be like, I'm done, here's my 4 counts, we're ready to go. Don't wait for everything to be set up perfectly, because your leader's never going to set you up again. Leaders, try to set up as many opportunities as you can, be nice, but also make sure that you dance the song appropriately. With that, again, all the other stuff with that 4 counts of holding drill, just make sure that you finish that 4 counts with that anchor feeling to then be ready for a new thing. That's all. I think that's everything for class today. Yeah. You guys are great.
That's good.